Hey everybody, I'm Scott Weichel. You're listening to My Kind of Country on MKOCRadio.com. Pleasure to have this lady back on the show with me again tonight. Her and her band Carolina Road have a brand new album called True Grass Again, and you've heard a lot of their music on our shows. She was the backing band for Eddie Raven's All Grassed Up, and we had an interview with him a while back. And they had a stellar album called Country Grass that featured artists like Crystal Gale, Jim Ed Brown, John Conley, Lynn Anderson, T.G. Shepherd, just to name a few. And it's a pleasure to have her back on the show to talk about this brand new album, True Grass Again. This is Lorraine Jordan. Lorraine, how are you tonight?
Doing great. It's sunny here in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Well, fantastic. We'll take it, right? Well, it's great to have you on the show again. I sure appreciate you taking the time, and absolutely love the new album. And from what I'm gathering by listening to this, it's a definite return to the true style of bluegrass traditional music.
Yes, it is. We went country grass, where we did the classic country music with the bluegrass style, and that went really, really well for us. And now we've gone back to our roots with traditional bluegrass music, and some of the bluegrass is getting a little wacky there in some places. So we thought of a great song here to do called "Why Can't Bluegrass Just Be True Grass Again?"
Amen to that. Amen to that. You know, that seems to happen to a lot of our traditional music. It kind of loses its way somewhere along the line, and I know country music has done that, and everything kind of seems to be going back to the roots again.
Well, I hope it does. Bluegrass is kind of sacred. Bill Monroe set it up to be really roots music and folk music, and I hope it'll stay unplugged.
Absolutely. That's the way it should be, no doubt about it. Well, before we talk about some of the songs on the album, tell me about all the pickers you got with you on this project.
Well, I got Ben Green on 5-string. He's the one that played all the country grass banjo. And Josh Goforth on fiddle and lead guitar. And he also was on the country grass CD. We added a twin fiddle with Mr. Matt Hooper playing the twin fiddle parts. And we've got Randy Graham, an original member of Going Lost to Quicksilver and the Bluegrass Cardinals, and he's playing bass and singing some high lead. Brad Hudson's playing the dobro, singing the lead on the gospel song. And Tommy Long, Junior Fifth, Danny Paisley, all three male vocalists of the year in bluegrass there singing True Grass. And I'm doing the harmony part with Randy Graham on the True Grass Again song.
That's a great song. I think that's probably my favorite on the CD.
I like it too. I think it's going to have I think it's more than a song right now. It's getting so much response. It's already hit a couple of charts. And I think it's a movement.
Well, that's fantastic. Now, did you write this song?
No, I told a fellow Eddie Raven's song. Eddie Raven and David Stewart, good friends of mine and great songwriters. I told them the story about it, and they said we got to come up with something for that. Larry Cornell came up with a great song called "Murder on Music Row," and this is kind of the bluegrass version of that. So David Stewart had a lot to do with this song.
Oh, that's fantastic. I really like Eddie Raven. I had him on the show recently. We did a feature on All Grassed Up, and I'll tell you, that's a fabulous album. And you guys were all on the Midnight Jamboree together here recently, too, right?
We had a great time. We sure did. And, Eddie, he did a great job. I tell you, he's done all kinds of music, and it's amazing how well he does on the bluegrass.
Oh, yeah, it fits so well. I know that you guys did a song together on the Country Grass album, and I guess it kind of stemmed into a whole project, huh?
Yeah, his song went over really well. Seminole Wind and I Got Mexico were two of the bluegrass fans' favorites, and so I talked to Eddie about doing a whole CD, and he had the time, and we wanted to do it with him, and I think we did a lot of his songs. It's the song he wrote, All Grassed Up, and I think it went really well.
It sure did. I like it a lot. Absolutely. Well, this new album is called True Grass Again, and you can go to carolinaroadband.com. And the Country Grass album also is available at countrygrassmusic.com, and of course, Amazon, iTunes, Spotify. And Lorraine is very active on Facebook as well, so you can go to their page and like their page and stay in touch with them on road dates and all that great stuff. And Lorraine, tell me about another song on here that I really like. It's called Poor Monroe.
That's a pretty cool song. That's a Bill Monroe song, and I never have understood what he's talking about, but it's just got a good groove to it. Monroe always had that special sound that he played on top of the beat with the bluegrass, and that's what we tried to do on this song. And it just has a special groove, and it's just a traditional great song. It's everything a bluegrass song should be.
You're absolutely right about that. Well, in preparing for this album, did you kind of go back and listen to some of the really old traditional bluegrass?
We did. We wanted to do a little bit of with that title cut, True Grass, we wanted to do some Monroe style tunes, but we didn't want to do all Monroe, so we wrote some of our own that we thought flowed in there pretty good, and then we picked up some songs from some fellow songwriters, and trying to keep it all in the same meter, the same groove. I think it flowed pretty well. Like the song that I pick and rock out of bluegrass, I think that's a pretty cute song.
Yeah, that's a neat. I like the title too. That's a neat one.
Yeah, that's a good song. It's talking about a promoter that actually is trying to pick the rock out of his stage.
That's great. I'm always curious to hear about the recording process. When you recorded this album, did you guys all play and sing together at the same time, or did you record it in different parts?
No, we recorded at different times. We put down the guitar and the bass and the mandolin chop, and then went in and did the vocals. Then came back and did the lead instruments.
Well, it's a wonderfully produced album. It sounds fantastic, just real crisp and clean.
Well, thank you. We record up in Cana, Virginia, up there, West Eastern Studio. He's done a lot of the bluegrass bands that you know of, and he does a great job.
Well, fantastic. Well, tell me about a couple of other songs on here that kind of stand out for you on this project.
Well, I think I like to pick and rock out of bluegrass because it's about a promoter that told me a story. He told me he bought a piece of land, and he said it had so many rocks in the dirt that he couldn't grow, he couldn't plow on it. And he thought, what am I going to do with this piece of land? And so he decided he'd have a bluegrass festival. So he started picking the rock out of the land so he could have a festival. And he says he's tried to have a traditional festival, and now he's got bands bringing drums and electric guitars on his stage. So he says he's still picking the rock out of the bluegrass.
What a great line. I love that.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool when he told it to me. And I told him, I said, I want to write a song about that. And he's pretty tickled about it. He actually called me yesterday, but he wants a whole bunch of copies for his grandkids.
Oh, that's great. That's really cool. I love that. Well, of course, gospel music goes hand in hand with bluegrass and, of course, traditional country, too. And you certainly have covered that on this album as well.
Yeah, we got a good drop-style guitar picking song, preaching, praying, singing. And Josh Goforth, our fiddle player, he plays that drop style that Dot Watson, I guess he invented it. And Josh had played with Dot Watson for several shows, and he picked up his style, and we put our banjo player singing the lead on this one so we could do a quartet. I think it's got a really good old-time Western Flat and Earl Scruggs sound to it. And then the other gospel, I Hear Angels, this is written by a friend of mine who he started writing the song when his mother died, and he finished it when his son died. So it's got a very special meaning.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's really great. Your harmonies are beautiful on this project. That's something that always really stands out in your music.
Well, that's what bluegrass is supposed to be about. I mean, it's you don't put, like we tried to put on All Grassed Up. We tried to put Andy more out front a little bit, but we did keep it with the bluegrass way also. But in bluegrass, nobody gets to be any more out front than the other person. Your lead's the same level as your tenor, your baritone, or your bass, and that's kind of what makes the harmonies.
Are there some songs on this album that are kind of standing out to crowds as you're playing them out live?
Well, right now I'd say True Grass is the one because it's it hit so many charts and it hit charts before it was ever released, just when it was on Airplay Direct, and we're getting so many calls from all over the world about it. People wanting to get behind the song and push it and I guess the song that I sing, Run Little Fox, on there, that's a standout song too. The kids love it. I don't know why it is, but when we go to play music at the bluegrass festivals, we'll get requests for Run Little Fox, and most of the time it comes from the kids. So they can relate to the fox, I guess.
There you go.
That song about what does the fox say? Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. I've watched a lot of kids when they listen and watch when they see live bluegrass music, and I think they're very fascinated by the instruments and the sound that you get from these little tiny instruments, like the mandolin, and I mean it's amazing that the powerhouse sound that comes out of these instruments.
Yeah, there's a lot of kids getting in the bluegrass, and we're trying to push it that way and keep the traditional sound out there. There's a song, a special song on there also. That's one that I sang. It's talking about women that stay home. There's a lot of songs about men that go to work and different things they do, but this particular song is about the homemaker and the woman that stayed behind, took care of the home front of the kids while the man was out working or off at war, and kind of pays tribute to them. And a lot of the women are taking hold of that song and saying that's their song.
And that one's Another Soldier, right?
That is My Country Home, Little Country Home.
Oh, Little Country Home. Okay. Well, tell me.
And Another Soldier is a song I wrote about a soldier that passed away, and he's gone to meet the high in command in the Promised Land, and it's a duet, and it's a fiddle player sang that one, and we do that for the veterans, to tribute to all the veterans.
Oh, that's fabulous. Well, I know you're a very busy lady, and I'm sure you guys have a lot of tour dates. And what are some other things you've got in the works to promote this project?
Well, we're going to be playing a lot of shows. We're going back to playing a lot of bluegrass festivals, getting out of the concert halls a little bit this year, and we're going to also be doing. We do a festival in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. It's a good traditional bluegrass festival. It's called Bluegrass Christmas in the Smokies, first weekend of December. And we also do a summer fest in Roxborough, North Carolina. And we've got a lot of shows on the books, and most of them are going to be leaning towards bluegrass festivals. When we were doing the country grass, we were doing more concert halls and different kind of shows than what the bluegrass usually plays at.
Right. Well, that's fantastic. Well, folks, you can go to CarolinaRoadBand.com. We'll have that information on our Facebook page, and keep up with Lorraine and her band as they travel around. And if you get a chance, go see them. And be sure to pick up this new album. It's called True Grass Again, available at CarolinaRoadBand.com, also at Amazon, iTunes, and Spotify. And Lorraine, beyond this, do you have another project that you've got in the works already?
Well, we're good. We're good. Country grass. We started kind of our theme, and then we went to true grass, and I believe our next project is going to be called Patriotic Grass.
Well, outstanding. Well, we always look forward to your music, and it's solid, good, traditional music, and that's what we love here at My Kind of Country, no doubt about it.
Well, thank you for playing the classic country and the bluegrass sliding in there, and we appreciate it. And I tell you, Eddie Raven, I want to give him one more shout out. He is something special. When a man can play all the different types of music that he does, and what a golden voice he has, and also what a songwriter he is.
He sure is. He is one of the. I think he's one of the most underrated songwriters in country music. He's written so many great songs, and a lot of people don't know that side of him. And I'll tell you, he's very prolific.
Yeah, I hope he gets a hope he gets in the Songwriters Hall of Fame someday. He deserves it.
He certainly does. He certainly does. Well, we're going to play some tracks from True Grass again for you right now, and we're going to slip some of the Eddie Raven ones in there too, and maybe a couple from Country Grass, and just enjoy some of this great music from Lorraine Jordan and Carolina Road. And please visit CarolinaRoadBand.com and Amazon, iTunes, Spotify. Pick up the new album True Grass again. Lorraine Jordan, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show, and I thank you so much for taking time, and we love to have you come back anytime and talk with us.
Well, thank you for having me. We appreciate your support. Bye-bye.
All right. That's Lorraine Jordan, True Grass again, as we continue with My Kind of Country right here on MKOCRadio.com.